Good morning. Well, this is Dunnet Bay, and what a beautiful, beautiful location. I've just had the drone up and that's it, coming back home now. And one of the local lads is whizzing round there, at the bottom there. Just brought the drone home. Gonna have a few drone shots here. And then we're going to take you for a walk around Dunnet Bay. It's absolutely fantastic weather today. Not a breath of wind or speck of rain around. Absolutely fantastic. Just take this in. Amazing, isn't it? With the most northerly point in Scotland, and the weather's like this, although it is meant to change. There's one of the young lads over there, spinning round and round and round.
Oh God, reminds me when I was young.
Yeah, it does. is take our car down onto where? Filey Beach?
Well, no, we were
Oh, Country Car Park.
Country Car Park.
Country Car Park. We did, didn't we? You walking back?
Yeah, wheel spinning with that Rover that we had as a hire car.
Yeah.
Because your new car hadn't turned up because there was a problem with Vauxhall.
Yeah. So this was way back when, probably 1993, where we were in Germany. We bought a tax-free car, our first tax-free car. So proud of it. It was been, yeah, delivered to my mum and dad's. And there was a delay from Vauxhall.
I think the workers were on strike and there was no production coming off the line.
Yeah. So they lent us a Rover, and it was an old, aged Rover that they lent us just while Vauxhall delivered. I was in Germany, based in Germany.
Well, it was aged now, but it was brand new when we hired it, because you were of your age.
Yeah.
We had to take out our own insurance on it because the hire car wouldn't insure you.
Wendy's got a fantastic memory for that kind of stuff. And then obviously it's a hire car, innit? So drive it like you stole it. And so we took it up to Country Car Park in Filey and ragged it around a little bit. Handbrake turns and God knows what else. Same as that young couple were doing down there on the beach.
Would have been better on the beach though than Country Car Park. There's less potholes.
Yeah. Misspent youth, eh? Didn't do it in our new car, obviously.
But if you were living in Filey, there would have been police straight down at you.
Yeah, there would.
In the arse end of nowhere here.
There's nothing.
It'd take the police 2 hours to get to you.
Yeah, it would. So we're going to walk back up to the motorhome now. Yesterday we had hookup and all the luxuries again at Dunnet Bay. It was here and we paid for it, so why not? It has to be said, I am struggling to find wild camp locations, both on the north coast and going down the west coast. They all seem to be paid in one way or another. It's a car park, you know, but they still charge £10–15 a night. Or for an extra £15 you pay for electricity, security, washes, showers and all that kind of stuff. And I know it's not by mistake. Clearly
I'm asking the reception if there's like a local coffee shop or something around, and if you want to stay another day.
So we've been talking about staying another day because it is nice around here, and we're going to Smoo Cave, which is our next location, and that's 70 miles away. Some of it's a single track road, and it's nearly 10:30. Time's it now? 10:10. 10:20. Yeah, 10:20 now. So the options are we chill out here today and go find a coffee shop, and then set off in good time tomorrow morning, and then do it then, or set off now. But we'll talk about that in a bit because we're not quite sure. So you'll see in the background our motorhome. There's a lot of reflection on this screen, so there, I think it's there. And there's loads of motorhomes on this trail, you know, NC 500. But like I was saying before, the local councils, obviously, this is one of their main tourism's one of their main courses of income, really, because there's nothing else up here except nature and beautiful locations and the fact that they're at the top of Scotland. But it's definitely based at tourism, and they're really clamping down on where you can stay with motorhomes. Well, park for night and search for sites and Overlander are both quite sparse as far as the north coast is concerned, which is where we are. So basically we've got to go from here now to Smoo Cave if we were going to set off, but we'll have a talk about it and we will see what we decide. And as always, we'll get back to you. Well, good morning, and we left Dunnet Bay this morning. What a beautiful place that was. The campsite was absolutely lovely, and the weather, just the weather's fantastic. So we're going along the north coast now, and we've just left a little hamlet or village called Betty Hill, and the road has gone from a normal two-way road to a single track. So expecting this for the next, I don't know, 30 miles, something like that, maybe. We don't mind single tracks. We've done a lot of single tracks in the past, as you know if you've watched our videos. But the Scottish Highlands in the sun are absolutely lovely. You could compare it to the North Yorkshire moors, and you could compare it to the Lake District and other places as well. But it's definitely got something different about it. And I love driving these roads as well. Motorways are fine to get you from one place to another, but I like getting out into the back roads. Look at that coast up there. So if this camera quickly moves across, it's because a car's coming, I've got to change gear, and I'm handing it back to Wendy. But for now, it's flat, and I'm able to film and drive. You've got these lovely little cafes on the side of the road for people to stop at. But like I've said before, you know, it's a museum. It's great for tourism, and it's good for the local economy. And why not, when you've got all this beauty around, why not capitalise on it? So I'm probably going to keep this camera on for a couple of minutes. I've just missed a lovely beach to the right hand side, but that's because I was driving and I couldn't see. Probably pass the camera to Wendy for a bit, where it gets to be better scenery. But for now, yeah, this is us doing the NC 500, driving the north coast, and we've driven from Dunnet Bay to Smoo Cave now. I'm going to hand it over to Wendy because I may have to change gear. Probably the slowest quad on the planet. Look over there, Wendy. Wendy, look over there. Wow, look at the right hand side.
Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
What battery have I got left in that, mate?
Not a lot.
I've got a spare in my pocket. That is amazing, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Now we're starting to get some views on this NC 500. The east coast was okay, but all the reports say as you get into the northern area, northern stretch across to the west coast, it starts getting all the views. And up until now, it's been absolutely good advice. We were going to do the route the other way around. I'm glad I changed my mind now. So this is a temporary bridge that way. The temporary bridge that we're crossing. And obviously we're doing the new bridge. And that adds a little bit of excitement to the route. So I just wanted to show you the single track part of this NC500 or one of the single track parts going across the north coast. It's not that bad. It really isn't that bad. There's loads of passing places, and like I say, it's actually nice and wide, really. Then you go onto 2 lanes, then onto 1 lane, then onto 2 lanes, and onto 1 lane. Back onto 2 now. So I wanted to just turn the camera back on because for 2 reasons really. One is that we're on this single track again. We're winding in and out. And like I said before, if you take your time, it's okay. But it's actually quite pleasurable driving down these single tracks. As Wendy's pointing out with the camera, the views are absolutely fantastic. Lovely.
And Daniel, if you're watching, what do yellow mark flowers mean?
Yeah. We will be watching eventually. Once I get it edited and uploaded. Cold backing. Wow, look at that, guys and girls. Look at that.
How beautiful.
Wow, that is amazing. Jesus.
What a view these guys have.
Yeah.
Car coming. Pretty chilly wind.
That way is quite special down there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chilly.
It is very chilly.
Lovely. Some of these views on the north coast section are fantastic. You know, you can see for miles and miles and miles. The weather's on our side. It's as clear as a bell. The views just go on and on and on.
Imagine living down there.
There's a tunnel going in there. See a tunnel going in there, I think.
Oh yeah?
Tunnels still fascinate me after living in Gibraltar.
It's got its own little beach. In fact, it's got a choice of 2 beaches. Wow. Nope, doesn't want to talk today.
I'm not quite sure they respond to that.
Some more cows hiding in the ferns.
So I'm going to take this as the last bit of the northern section. Some of it is corrugated like we're on now, but again, probably more for grip when it's icy in the winter than to get on people's nerves. Loads of passing places. There are a few hidden dips and blind corners, but it's like you say, it's like all the videos in the NC500 say, just basically take your time, be polite, and if there's anything coming behind you that's faster than you, let them by. Because there's nothing worse than having something up your arse and you're trying to take your time and be careful and they're just in a rush.
Like this.
So I'm going to pull over for this one because there's a parking place opposite side. I'm going to flash him through. We've got more space than him. And that's what you do basically. These guys are from Dortmund. Then you get the trades that come across that work here every day, that they just want to get to their work and back, you know? So it's only fair that you just get out of their way, especially in a motorhome. Bump bump. So what you will find is that I've just gone bump bump like that, where the road dips in a motorhome and it flicks the back end up. Those are the ones that cause the most damage, move things around and just generally upset the organisation of the back.
Well, I can guarantee I now have a wardrobe, not a wardrobe.
Yeah, very true. Can you get a pie there, can he?
Yeah.
Or she?
Scottish water.
Plenty of that. Although no, actually, look at the cliffs over there now. This is the score. You find as much space as you can. You pull over until your wheels are almost going in the off the edge there, and then you should be okay.
They were from Spain, they were.
Really?
Yeah.
España. Another bump bump. Oh.
And if my wardrobe hadn't gone on the floor, it has now.
More serrations. Right, I'm going to leave it there and save a bit of the battery for hopefully for Smoo Cave. So here we are, we've arrived at Smoo Cave. We parked up in the pay and display car park just behind that house actually. Walk a short distance down. They start making your way down to the cave entrance, I suppose. All the way down these steps. So as we get to the bottom of the steps, it's only a little winding. It's not wheelchair accessible at all, I'm afraid. You get to the bottom and these steps are huge steps. Just taking the mick out of Wendy actually, because the steps are nearly as tall as her. Got a couple of spare batteries in my pocket because we've been using the GoPro quite a lot, and well, it goes through batteries. Right, let's have a look into Smoo Cave, shall we? This lovely inlet. It does remind me of Flamborough Head a lot. That's where I grew up, around that area. And of course this lovely little wood bridge and then go into the caves. Ooh, looks very eerie, doesn't it? Not quite sure if Wendy will like this. She's not good in confined places, but the mouth of the cave is quite large, so should be alright. So no drones. No drone zone. I haven't got it with me anyway, so don't care. It's like our Gibraltar into the deep video. We're in here. Wendy's going to give me a little pull on the back of my jacket if she's feeling a bit icky. I hope the GoPro's picking this up, because usually the GoPro is not keen on the darkness. Let's have a look up here, shall we? Free entry to waterfall. They charge for everything these days, you know, mate. Right, through the wooden bridge. Watch your head if you're as tall as I am. Oh, in we go. And I'm hoping, like I say, the GoPro is going to work. So this is access to the waterfall. I suppose because it's been so dry, there probably won't be a waterfall. No, there isn't. So I suppose the waterfall, when it's been raining, comes down there, I would expect. It's all very calm in here. It's actually smaller than what I thought. I kind of thought, the way people are talking about it, it'd be a lot bigger. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a big cave, it is. But I thought it'd go a lot deeper. That's quite a nice view. Again, to the eye, that's a nice view. But on the GoPro, you're probably getting a lot of shadows on the left hand side.
Sunshine,
yeah, it does, mate, you're right. We're going to go to we got a weekend in Gibraltar at the end of June. See some friends. Work my way down here. We're going to see Sarah and Ian Bayliss, two really good friends of ours. Ian's been a bit ill, so we're going to go and make sure his recovery is going well, and to do that we're probably going to take him out for a couple of beers, or gin, or wine, or a bit of all of it actually. So while I'm over there, I'm going to treat myself to a new GoPro. They're a lot cheaper over there. Electronics are cheaper in Gibraltar. In fact, actually, really anything that's bad for you is cheap in Gibraltar. Cigarettes, alcohol, petrol, diesel and drugs.
I'll never do it like
Oh, no.
pothole look.
So I was made to go potholing once in the army, and I swore I'd never do it again if I had the choice. And in training you don't have the choice, they put you in a situation and test you.
The girls from the NNEB,
Yeah.
they would tell you the same. We had to. We were forced into it in Brecon Beacons.
It's not nice. No.
They do them from June to August. Oh no.
Is that potholing thing?
Yeah, tour operating hours, July to August, April to October, November and March.
It's nice and quiet. I mean, there's a lot of people parked up there that might just be parked, and then there's cafes and what have you up there. So they're probably just using it as a rest stop, really. Yeah, so I'm going to get myself another GoPro, a more modern one, and hopefully the light transition is a lot better, because this does struggle, and it struggles with bulbs as well, you know, LED bulbs, it flickers. Well, that might be the same for the new one, but we'll see. And actually this one's broken. When I did some night filming, some time lapse, the door snapped off, and now it's not waterproof. It's definitely not waterproof now. In there? Maybe in there? In that little cave there? I don't know. I'm not even entertaining the idea.
Oh no, I just wondered that one wouldn't do it, but
Yeah.
how would it do it? Where would it do it?
I don't know. Hi. Hello. The sea comes all with mate, look. You can see the debris. Seaweed. I suppose it'd be more impressive when the tide was all in, like in a spring tide. It's impressive, don't get me wrong. It's a big cave. It's not far from here. It's it takes campers, caravans until 5 o'clock, but it's on a first come first served basis. So hopefully we'll get in there, because like I said before, really have been struggling for wild camp locations along this north coast. Although we have passed a few, but on right bang on the side of the road. And I like the hi. I like to be sort of
bloody, that's oh my god. There's a warning, wouldn't go. I know, it should tell you the rickety bridge.
Oh, that was odd. The bridge, look.
Don't do it.
The bridge moves from side to side. When it says don't do it, it's our best. Not as I'm told. Not as I'm told. Sango Bay. Sango Bay campsite is the campsite that I was trying to think of. Sango Sands, to be more specific. So we'll go there now and we'll see what that's like. So this is Sango Sands motorhome and caravan campsite. We've just pulled over and Wendy's just gone to do the booking in. Hopefully there are places, there looks like there's places there, see? So I think we're in luck. And I think there's a bar here, which would be nice. Have a couple of beers once we've sorted ourselves out. But yeah, well, lovely view as well. So here we are, all set up at Sango Sands. I always spread the cable out, even though it's quite chilly. It's better to get into a habit of doing that than leave it curled up and risk it setting fire. We got the last space for a rig our size, because we're considered to be long, because I think they're used to 6.3s and these smaller wagons. These are reserved 2012 and 22, so someone's going to turn up later. Although it said a first come first served basis, so I don't know what's going on there. But if you were to book Sango Sands, a place looking over the beach, then this is pretty spectacular. This is as good as it gets. I mean, look at the sands. What a view. A room with a view. It's very bracing. I'm sure you can hear the wind buffeting against the microphone. The guy that works at reception, he's ex-catering corps. Well, in his day, it's Royal Army Ordnance Corps catering staff or chefs. But nowadays it's our Royal Logistics Corps chefs. But we had a bit of a banter. He called me a drop short, like I haven't heard that before. And I called him a slop jockey. Like you do, bit of banter, doesn't hurt. He's been living here for years and years and years. English guy, sort of southern accent, but obviously hails from around here somewhere. Got the covers on, got the gas cover off, got the gas on, a little bit on the ramps, our choosy boiler, still pretty choosy, even though it's been for a good service, but whip her up with her. It's got character, that's what I say. So there's a bar, a restaurant on location, opens at 4, so we definitely deserve a beer this afternoon. Wendy's just inside doing a spot of washing up, so it's time for me to keep out of the way. Just want to bring you back to this view. It's just, it really is spectacular. Might even get a walk down there tomorrow, we'll see what it's like. And then tomorrow we're heading down to see, we are seeing Lisa Hauler tomorrow. And it's not far from here, I don't think. I'm just going to do some route planning now to get us to our next location. He's got his satellite, solar panels out, look, and some recharging. Lounge bar. Ha! How close are we? See you later.